One thing I cannot stand are those really long YouTube preambles that people do. I'm guilty of it as well, where you start at the video and you say, this is how I do the thing I'm about to show you. Maybe you do the thing I'm about to show you differently, but this is how I do the thing I'm about to show you. And it's kind of an obvious thing to say because obviously people are different. Everybody brings their own experiences to the table, and that's what makes YouTube great. But there's something about knitting, especially when you say speed knitting or how to improve your knitting or something like that, that really gets people going. So these are the methods that I have found personally to be effective in speeding up my knitting. I'm going to be going over how to hold your knitting needles in the Continental style for knitting, and how to do the Norwegian purl for purling. If you feel you have a faster method of knitting, by all means let me know in the comments below. I am interested in those kinds of things. If you are gonna comment and say, well, that's just the Norwegian purl, or that's just continental knitting, I've heard that so many times. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it is just knitting, and knitting is like inherently the slowest thing in the world. So I don't really know what I'm saying. See, there's no reason to do YouTube preambles. It's such a bad habit. So all that is to say, here's two methods that I have found most effective with speeding up my knitting and making it more enjoyable. When you first learned how to knit, you probably learned to hold your needles something like this, where you have the yarn in the right hand and you're wrapping it around, pulling it through. And no matter how good you get at this method, which is called the throwing method, you are always kind of doing a two-part process of putting the needle through the stitch, then wrapping the yarn around and pulling it through. So I guess it's almost a three-part process. And at least for me, no matter how fast I get at doing it this way, it always just feels like I'm stopping here, wrapping around, pulling it through. So it feels like I'm doing two little things, and it doesn't feel as fluid as I want it to be. What I do to speed up my knitting is, instead of holding the yarn in the right hand and wrapping it around, I hold the yarn in the left hand, and all I do is I pick up the stitch, wrap it around, and pull it through. So I did that faster than I could even explain what I was doing. I pick it up and I just pull it through in one solid motion. On the flip side, so now I'm on the back side of this little swatch here, and it's a bunch of purls, and I'm gonna purl them all. It's the same thing. So you probably learned to pick up the stitch, or actually yarn needs to be in the front. You would pick up the stitch, wrap the yarn around, and pull it through. So it's the same situation where the yarn is in your right hand, you're wrapping it around, and you're pulling it through. So it's two or three kind of things that you're doing, and it just doesn't feel as fluid as it could be. So with this method, I do the exact same thing. I hold my yarn in my left hand, and I do a very different thing. I just pick it up and pull it through. I pick up the stitch and pull it through. And it kind of looks like what I was just doing with the knit side of my work, but in this case, it's creating purls for me. So I'm back on the knit side, and I'll show you how to do the Continental style, where you're holding the yarn in your left hand. So to do that, let me just get this first stitch out of the way, just to make it, I guess, I don't know, a little bit easier to see. I'll just do this very slowly for you. So here's how you want to hold your stitches and your yarn. Hold your stitches like you normally would, but instead of holding the yarn with the right hand, you'll hold it with your left hand behind your work. So because we're knitting, and yeah, we're just doing the knit stitch, the yarn is in the back, and you're gonna wanna hold it, I kind of just have it lightly between these two fingers, and then I hold the rest of my work with my thumb and my other fingers. And I guess I actually don't even really have this between two fingers. I just have it wrapped around my index finger. And then I guess I'll show you on the flip side, my little claw fingers are just kind of loosely holding the yarn all the way through, all my fingers kind of. So I'm not really gripping anything. I'm keeping things pretty loose. So to do the knit stitch in the Continental style, you're gonna take your right needle, take it to the left of that stitch, and pick it up along the back side like you normally would with the normal knit stitch. And you're just going to then pick up the yarn behind that is being held up by the finger. So slip the needle through the loop up along the back side like so to create the little X. And then with your right needle, you're gonna just pick up a stitch from here. So just wrap it around this yarn here. And we're gonna pull this through the loop that we have here. So we're gonna pull it through and pull the stitch off of the left needle. And there's the first stitch. So to show you again, put it through the loop and then wrap it around the yarn in the back and then pull that through this loop like so. I'm really just going to show you how to do it over and over again because that's kind of the best method. Now we're super zoomed in and I'll show you again. So take the right needle, lift up that stitch on the left needle and then wrap it around the yarn that's just sitting there, and then you're going to pull that yarn through the loop and pull it off. And as you get comfortable doing this, and the more your muscle memory just kind of gets trained to this style, it's going to speed up and become a lot more fluid. So I don't want to say this is my max speed because my hands are kind of sweaty already, because filming videos makes me knit slower. But as you can tell, this is pretty fast and it feels really fluid. Things stay pretty loose and it just kind of feels good, I guess. So now I'm on the flip side and we're purling. And again, you probably learned to purl something like this, where you've got the yarn in the front, you're holding it in the right hand, you wrap it around and you pull it through. Stab it through, wrap it around, pull it through. So it's a 2 or 3 part process and it just feels a little da-da, 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 da-da. It doesn't feel as fluid as it could be. So what I'm gonna show you is how I do what I'm actually just gonna go ahead and call controversially my speed purling method, which technically the name for it is, this is gonna be the Norwegian purl. That's what I'm gonna show you. But I've also heard, some people have seen the way I do this and they say it's not Norwegian purling, it's like a modified version of Norwegian purling. So it's technically, there's some technicalities that are being broken here, but at the end of the day, it's just arts and crafts. So to speed up your purling, what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold your yarn just like we were with the knitting Continental method. It's gonna be in the back, which is crazy, I know, because it's purling, and normally when you purl, your yarn is gonna be in the front, but not in this case. So I'm gonna hold my yarn just like I was when I was knitting. It's gonna be in the back, just kind of draped over this finger. But instead of picking up the stitch first, we're going to pick up the new stitch that's gonna form with my yarn through my left finger. So we're just going to pick up the yarn like so, and it's just going to kind of lightly rest on that right needle. So you pick up the yarn that's in the back, and then go through the front of the stitch on the left needle and come up along the front like this and make an X. And then what we're gonna do is, it's a kind of a crazy thing. And let me just do it fast right now just to refresh my memory, because it's so hard to do this slow once you have it. But we're gonna do what I just did there. So let's do this all over again. Wrap the yarn that's on your back side, wrap it around the right needle, and then go down, and we're gonna pick up the stitch on the left needle and come up along the front. Then what we're gonna do is kind of pull that stitch if it's too tight. We're going to pull it back like this, and then you pick up the yarn here, then you come back forward and pull that through there, and then you pull that off. I am so sorry. I don't know how I ever learned this, because this is just, it's impossible to like explain how you do this. It's so wonky and weird. So let's do this all over again. Here's the yarn being held by my fingers behind the work, and we are going to take our right needle first and pick up a stitch from the yarn in the back. So you just kind of pick it up like so, and then in kind of the same motion, you can pick up a stitch here as well. So you go around and then you pick up that stitch with the right needle go over the front like so, and then is the tricky part where you are going to reach your right needle and go back to the yarn that's behind your work, and you're going to pick up a stitch like this and then pull that through the loop and then pull it off. Honestly, words cannot describe how weird this motion is. You're picking up a stitch, you're going back to your working yarn, and then you're pulling that stitch through that stitch like so and pulling it off. And that is making purl stitches right here. Again, the new yarn here, pick up a stitch off the left, pull it back, pull up the yarn again, and then under that stitch and pull it off. I truly don't know how I ever learned how to do this because the steps are just, it's insane. And I have no way of verbally giving you instructions other than just saying, pick this up, pull it through, and do this. It's really just a visual thing you have to learn. So one more time, super zoomed in. You've got the yarn in the back, right needle picks up the yarn, also picks up the stitch from the left, comes up the front like so, and then you do this thing where you go back to the working yarn behind, you pick up a stitch, and you pull that under and through the loop. Then you've got your new stitch here, you just pull everything off, and there's your purl stitch. So again, pick up your working yarn, pick up your next stitch. You kind of pull it, you don't really need to pull it too tight. Go back, pick up a stitch from the working yarn again, and you pull it through like so. So you're kind of picking up 2 stitches. So one more time, pick up the yarn, pick up the new stitch, go back and pick up the working yarn again, and go up and over and around and through. And the instructions are crazy. I don't have a way of saying what I'm doing besides just to show you what I'm doing. The best thing about these 2 methods is combining the 2 of them. So with the yarn in the back held by the left hand, it's really easy to switch from knitting to purling. So here I am just knitting, and then let's say we want to switch to purling for this next stitch. All I have to do is just purl. I don't have to move my yarn to the back or to the front. I can just do that Norwegian purl and pull it off. So now go back to knitting. Here's purling. Here's knitting. Here's a purl. Here's a knit. Here's a purl. Here's another purl. And here's a knit. So really simple to switch back and forth. To show you this in practice again, here's my current work in progress. It's just a little hat that I'm doing. It's just a 1x1 rib all the way around. So knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl. And because I'm continental knitting and Norwegian purling, I can do this pretty fast, especially when I'm knitting in the round. So I've got my yarn held by the left, and just ignore the fact that I've got 2 pieces of yarn that I've combined for this. I'm just treating it as 1 piece of yarn to get this kind of mixed look. And I'm just going to go in and start knitting. And then I've got a purl, knit, purl, knit, and then purl. It's a little bit faster than holding the yarn in your right hand. But at the end of the day, it is all just still knitting. So it's going to be slow just no matter what. That's kind of the name of the game. You're never going to be knitting faster than a machine somewhere that's churning this out by the minute. But it does make things a little smoother, and I sometimes get little joint pains in my fingers. These 2 methods are the 2 methods I've found that have been the most comfortable for me. So those are the two most effective methods of knitting and purling that I have found. Let me know in the comments below if you know of anything better. And of course, like and subscribe if you found the video to be particularly helpful. And also buy my book, The Disassembly of the Range Durand, which is available now. Has nothing to do with knitting, it has nothing to do with this YouTube channel at all, but it is a great book that you will enjoy. And I will see you next time.